And welcome back to Atreyu News. It's Saturday afternoon. Look what Al, the race card Sharpton, just said to Amarosa. We all remember this guy, the anti-white piece of garbage that he is. Al Sharpton confronted White House aide Amarosa and instructed her to relay a message to the Trump administration, as if he couldn't do it himself. The Hill reported, Amarosa spoke at Sharpton's National Action Network conference in New York City, and Sharpton followed her on the podium, according to Politico. You are in a very precarious position because you represent an administration that many of us disagree with, Sharpton told her. Also known as Trump is white, therefore Sharpton would disagree, because he's a black supremacist, anti-white piece of crap. But I would not be loyal to what I am if I did not address those issues and ask you to go back and tell them. Yes, they were respectful. No, they would not allow me to be silenced, but they told me to tell you that we as blacks and women are, in the first 100 days, seeing a disaster in Washington, D.C. Well, that's funny, because we see a disaster where the majority of the black population lives, such as Chicago and Baltimore. I've already shown clips yesterday of the gun violence. Washington, D.C. is in a disaster. I don't see how. The stock market is up $3 trillion, which is a direct representation of what Washington likes. So, he's only saying this because Trump is white, ultimately. Al, the race card Sharpton, should start making shirts. Amarosa spoke during her address about the Flint, Michigan water crisis and the importance of historically black colleges and universities. She reportedly caused groans in the crowd when she name-checked President Trump before quipping, "I know who cashes my checks." And so true it is. For Trump is not a racist. He's actually given blacks the opportunity to succeed. He gave tens of millions of dollars to black universities so far. He pumped a bunch of money into Michigan to help solve the water crisis. But this butthole, race card, Al the race card Sharpton, would never openly admit that Trump did something good for the black community, because that's not what he's interested in. He's interested in a permanent divide between us. Breaking. It's confirmed. Trump may be hiring someone big. Well, we all remember this hero, Sheriff Joe Clark. If you think Trump should make it official and hire Sheriff David Clark, then please like, share, and comment. According to reports, the White House is considering Sheriff Clark for a Homeland Security post. I think he'd be fantastic at it. He represents the true American hero, the strong man, the nationalist, loves God and loves country. I mean, what's not to like about him? Blaze reported, President Donald Trump is considering David Clark, the controversial sheriff of Milwaukee County, Wisconsin, for a Homeland Security post, according to a new report. Clark is under consideration for an assistant secretary position at the DHS Office of Partnership and Engagement, Politico revealed Friday. While the post requires no Senate confirmation, one official close to the situation it's not a done deal yet. Clark, a longtime Trump supporter, has long been rumored for a position in the administration after a November meeting with then-President-elect Trump at Trump Tower. The sheriff also spoke at the Republican National Convention in Cleveland last summer when Trump secured the GOP nomination for president. During his speech, Clark called the Black Lives Matter movement anarchy and declared Blue Lives Matter. He also touched on the importance of applying the law equally to both the wealthy and the impoverished. Yeah, well, it's true. When Black Lives Matter walks down the street and chants, kill cops or, just derogatory terms, it's disgusting. And essentially they are the Klan with a tan. Blue Lives Matter all the way. For I would not want to live in a society without the police force. The police get demonized and hated on by the left, yet they would not dare live in a society without them. Wow, President Trump speaks on his first 100 days, and it's big. President Trump has stated that in regards to his first 100 days in office, I truly believe that the first 100 days of my administration has been just about the most successful in our country's history, and it's true. I'm going to create a list of Trump's accomplishments compared to his predecessors to prove that point. It may take some time, but I'll get it done. Let's take a listen to the man himself, Donald Trump.
My fellow Americans, I truly believe that the first 100 days of my administration has been just about the most successful in our country's history. Most importantly, we're bringing back jobs. You ask the people of Michigan, you ask the people of Ohio, you can ask the people of Pennsylvania, see what's happening, see the car companies come roaring back in. They don't want to leave. They want to stay here. They want a piece of the action. Our country is going up, and it's going up fast. Our companies are doing better. They just announced fantastic profits, all because of what's happened in this rather short period of time. And that's just the beginning. We're putting in a massive tax cut for the middle class and for business. It's going to have an enormous effect. The massive Keystone Pipeline, the Dakota Pipeline, tens of thousands of jobs right there, and so many other businesses. We're really proud of what we're doing. The F-35 fighter jet program, it was way over budget. I've saved $725 million plus just by getting involved in the negotiation. We're cutting costs, and we're going to have a truly competitive and great country again. In just 14 weeks, my administration has brought profound change to Washington. The most fundamental change can be found in the relationship between the people and their government. For too long, politicians cared more about special interests than they did about a very successful future for all Americans. They took our taxpayers' money and sent their jobs and wealth to other countries. Not anymore. From the first day of my administration, I have governed by a simple idea. My only allegiance is to you, our wonderful citizens. Together, we are seeing that great achievements are possible when we put American people first. That's why I withdrew the United States from the Trans-Pacific Partnership. That day was a turning point for our nation. It put the countries of this world on notice that the sellout of the American worker was over. In the following weeks, I took unprecedented actions to reverse federal overreach and unleash job creation. We have slashed burdensome regulations and imposed a policy that for each new regulation, 2 regulations must be erased from the books. We've done it all while moving quickly to restore the most basic protection for all citizens, the rule of law. A truly great judge, Neil Gorsuch, now sits on the United States Supreme Court. Justice Gorsuch is deeply devoted to our Constitution. My administration is the first in modern political era to confirm a new Supreme Court justice in the first 100 days. The last time it happened was 136 years ago in 1881. Defending the rule of law is a priority, not just in the courts, but also on the streets and on the border. We've told the incredible police of our nation that they have our full support as they work to bring down violent crime rates. We've taken bold action to go after criminal cartels and made it a top priority to prosecute anyone who targets law enforcement. This has been the work of my administration, fighting for the American worker, defending the rule of law, and returning the power to the American people. Since my inauguration, economic confidence has soared, reaching higher than any time in 9 years. Optimism among manufacturers is at a record high, and small business confidence has seen its largest increase in nearly 4 decades. Perhaps the greatest change of all is the renewal of the American spirit. As long as we have faith in each other and trust in God, then the sun will always shine on our very glorious republic. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
Wow, what a powerhouse Trump is. He's like 70 years old. He's got more energy than 10 of us put together. Americanism, not globalism, will be our credo. God bless Donald Trump, and God bless the United States of America.